All right, welcome back to Stride University. In this presentation, we are going to go over how to create a product and some of the finer details of what we can configure as we create a product. So to do that, we're going to jump into the inventory module, and it brings you into your inventory dashboard here. To create a product, we will click on Products and then go to the Products page. And this brings up all of the different products that we may or may not have already created, depending on your instance will look different. So first off here, we will simply go into the Create Product, and it brings up this dialog box. You'll notice there's a lot of information here, and some of it is actually even in tabbed sections that we can click through and add even more information. We'll go over some general settings today and some general information, and there will be some deeper dives into some purchasing and other things, but we'll talk about all of that. So first off, we're going to give our product a name, and I'm going to create something that we sell here, and it is a barcode scanner. And of course, we always want to create something that people can see, so we're going to add a quick image here. We'll select that from our files that I've downloaded here and click open. You can see that pops in my nice little barcode scanner. Alright, now some of these configurations, so we're going to talk about this in the general information here. The first thing that we can do is kind of create the classification of this product. Is it a consumable product? Is it a service, a storable product, or an event ticket? Today we are creating a storable product. This is something that we track inventory on and we sell. A consumable would be something that we probably don't track inventory. It could be things that we sell, or it could be things in the shop that we just want to have a PO for that we can create and order, but we're not tracking inventory, things like supplies and other things like that. A service is like it sounds. We can create a service product, and then we could also create an event ticket, and we'll go create some of these in other tutorials, but today we're just creating a storable product. We're going to leave the invoicing policy on ordered quantities. You could also create an invoicing policy that is delivered quantities, where if you only delivered 4 but the customer asked for 6, you would only invoice for 6. But we're just going to keep on ordered quantities and make sure that we always have enough inventory to send to our clients and customers. We're going to leave the re-invoicing expenses at no, and then the units of measure for the barcode scanner, it's just per unit, but you can change these to a whole list of them, and you can do that by clicking here and searching more. You can see that we've got all sorts of different units of measure. You can measure in inches, ounces, yards, and so on and so forth, but we're just going to keep it in units. And then our purchase unit of measure as well as units. You can actually have different units of measure that you sell and that you purchase on. So but typically I recommend keeping them the same. The next thing you need to do when you create a product is add in a sales price. So we're going to sell this barcode scanner for $80. Oh, got to take off my numbers lock there, and we'll type that in. We are going to leave this customer taxes. We will configure this, but I'm going to leave it as tax exempt. When we set up your instance in Stride, we will create physical positions or tax mappings. But we'll always leave this as tax exempt, so that when we start a new point of sale session, it can have that tax mapping to where that point of sale is. So if it's in Utah where we're at, it'll have a tax, and then if you have a county tax, then you would have that added in there, and we'll configure that with you. So we'll just leave that as it is. Also, we can add in a cost here if we know the cost, and so we'll add in a cost of $75. We're not going to make any monies on these. We're just going to make sure that we can sell them and supply them to our customers if they want it. But also on this cost here, this will get updated as you create purchase orders and order these. So if we end up buying, say, 10 of these and we get a discount, and they discount them down to $70 each, this will automatically update in the system. But for now, we can put a default price. Just know that it can get overridden with your accounting configurations. Here we can set the product category. For the barcode scanner, we're going to choose all sellable POS, because that's the category that I've delineated, and we will work with you to get those categories set up. The internal reference is something that you can use to name and search on. You can also search on the name, and then the barcode. You can, if you have your own barcode that you want to use at the POS or for inventory tracking, you can add that in here. Or if we go ahead and save this, save manually, it will allow us to come in here, and we can come and edit, and we can add a barcode. So I'm just going to have the system randomly generate a barcode, and we can configure these. The default is going to be the year, the month, and then the number. So you can track the barcode and kind of know by looking at it, oh, what year and month this product was added to your inventory. Product tags are, you can do whatever. These are searchable. They don't show up anywhere except for when you're searching. And then company, we're just going to leave that as blank, and it'll default to my company. So we have that part configured. For now, I'm going to skip the attributes and variants and the sales tab. Know that they're there. And actually, I won't skip the sales tab. We'll go in and we're going to make this available in the point of sale, and then it is available on the website, and I'm going to choose that website that I want it to show up on. Here, if you were selling this on the website and you want to add extra pictures of this barcode scanner, this is where you would add those. You can have some further configurations here. On your website, you could show available quantity. So if you only had 10 left, you could show that on the website. And then you could also add in a quick message that you could put up and say, hey, this is out of stock, should be in 3 weeks, and that would default as soon as the quantity was out of stock. You can also configure your categories, and this is just for the e-commerce. They are different than the point of sale categories. You can set those separately, and here on the e-commerce as well, you can add a short description of the actual product. So this is a handheld barcode scanner. Awesome. In the purchase tab, this is where if you know who you buy this from, you can add in the vendor name, you can add in the price that they give you, and we can turn on the quantity. So if you get quantity discounts, you can add in those quantity discounts as well. Say one is, if you buy one, it's at a price of $75, but if you buy 10, you get a discount at $70. You can add 2 different lines there from the same vendor, and you can add as many different vendors and lines as you want to. We'll go more into that in the purchasing, but that's where you can set it on the product if you want to, and then it will update as if you create a new purchase order and it has different terms, this will update. In the inventory tab, we see a few different things here. We can track this by serial number or by lots if we wanted to, but we're not going to be tracking those, so we're going to leave that blank, and we will go more into depth on how to do these in another presentation. This is a product that we buy. We don't manufacture it in our warehouse. If you select manufacturer, it can, when someone buys it, it can create a manufacturing order so that your team can manufacture, depending on how you have those settings. But we will just be buying this. A couple of things, if you're using and going to sell this on the website, we need to set a default weight so that you can use the shipping integration. So I know this weight, I weighed it the other day on our scale, and it is 0.75 pounds. So the volume isn't needed. And the manufacturing lead time, if you were manufacturing it, you can put in some other things. You could dealing with manufacturing. Here you can have some different notes that people can see. So description for receipts, this is what your receiving department would see when this product came in. If you needed special care descriptions for them, you could put that there. This is a special description that you could put on your delivery orders if you needed your shipping team to take special care. And this would go on all orders that included this this product, the barcode scanner. And this is where you would put special notes for the inventory internal transfers. And then accounting brings up the income account, the expense account, and the asset type. These will all default unless for sellable products, unless you specifically come in here and change it. We recommend just to leave the default settings and leave that alone unless you need a product to have a different accounting configuration. But normally I'd recommend just to leave those as they are. Now as we go out, we can click here to manually save that product, and now it is created in the system. And if we come back into here, we can find it by searching up here, and you can see there it is, our barcode scanner. That is a product, and it has been created. We'll add some inventory to it later, and we'll do a quick video on how to add inventory. Thanks for watching.